Hi, my name is Anna. I'm a CIS student studying International Relations and Environmental Studies, and I'm currently a sophomore.
I'm Isa. I'm a sophomore studying bioethics in politics through Gallatin, and I'm also a sophomore. Yeah, so this season we started in September and we really had to hit the ground running. We went to a nationals camp to secure a bid in order for us to be able to compete in April in Daytona, Florida, which was really awesome. We secured a silver bid, which is the highest we could have gotten at this camp. In terms of preparation, we really have to do a lot in a shorter period of time. The teams we're competing against spend years recruiting athletes, and also they train 5 to 7 times a week, and we only practice twice, so we really have to maximize all our time spent through like meticulous prep, choreography, strength training, all those types of things, so that we're really prepared when we go against the best of the best.
Yeah, I agree. I think Isa kind of reiterated all of the important points. I think one of the biggest things about our team is that we do only get to practice 2 times a week, so a lot of the work that we all put in is outside of practice, you know, shaping your workout routine, about how to best prepare yourself for the routine that we do, because the reality about cheer is that it's a very short, but it's really high intensity, so that's kind of how we were shifting our training to, you know, prepare for that kind of work. And throughout the season, practices kind of consist of a lot of repetition, a lot of run-throughs, a lot of the same thing, and that work, getting to see it all pay off when we finally got to Daytona was really, really incredible. Yeah, so this was my first year on the team. Actually, I was hesitant to join last year because I didn't know exactly what things would look like, but after joining this year, I'm so happy that I did. I think the biggest thing that I've gotten from joining the team is just a strong sense of community. Everybody on the team is so kind, so incredible, so hardworking, such a joy to be around, and that is my favorite thing. You know, regardless of if I'm having a long week, a long day, I'm exhausted, practice always lifts my mood and makes me feel better, and that really comes from the people that I'm around, which I feel really, really grateful for. And then also besides that, I think being a part of a club sport, especially cheer for me, has done a lot for, you know, my personal well-being. Being able to be active around people that I really enjoy and have set times to, you know, move your body and build connections with other people, I think has really contributed to my overall work-life balance and my just overall well-being.
Yeah, so this is my second year on the team, and I joined right at the beginning of freshman year last year, and it really helped shape my time at NYU because it was that source of familiarity that I kind of grew up with, being in competitive cheer all my life. And I think that really helped me get adjusted to the city, and there's so many older girls and guys on the team who really help you adapt. And I found so much comfort in that last year, and then this year the team just kind of like morphed into some of my closest friends. I mean, we spend a week together in Florida and like one of the most high intense like situations, competitions, and we just all got like super close and really bonded, and it's kind of like our little bubble within NYU. I mean, our team is made up of people we have master's students, we have boys, we have girls, we have people from Tandon and the Manhattan campus, like all over across so many different demographics, and we all just like come together, and it's our little bubble inside of like the big New York City, and it's kind of like a de-stressor, so that's my favorite part about it. Yeah, so the breakdown of nationals is, and to the best of my knowledge, like competitive cheerleading is not recognized as like an NCAA sport. So we compete through a different kind of branch of cheerleading, the National Cheerleading Association. There's about 400 teams who come together in Daytona, Florida, across all different divisions from like junior college to D1 to D1A. And so we're in D3, and there's about, I don't know, like probably 40, 45 teams across our entire division. And we get to nationals. We arrived on like, I think it was like a Wednesday, and normally we would compete Thursday, Friday, but weather detour this year. So we got to arrive on Wednesday. We flew in at like 10 in the morning. We go to the hotel for a little bit, and we hit the ground running with practice. We have like an allotted practice space, but we go to practice and then we leave practice and we just keep practicing. That's kind of like what a typical day in Daytona looked like if we weren't competing. And then if you want to walk us through a comp day.
Yeah, so one thing I want to add to what Isa said is that Daytona is such a unique environment, and that it just, for 5 days, the entire town is just completely overrun by cheer, which is so much fun. The thing that's really unique about college cheerleading, like Issa said, is that you don't do competitions really throughout the year. All the teams do one thing the whole year, and that is Daytona. So you get the best teams in the country who all come together in this one space, and everywhere you look in the entire town of Daytona, Florida is a cheerleader. And it's so special. You just get this entire big group of people that has so much energy, so much enthusiasm and excitement for what they're there for, and it's an environment that I have never experienced before. It was one of the most fun experiences I've had in my life, I think. Yeah, so a typical comp day, I would say, is usually waking up pretty bright and early, and the first thing that I like to do is put on some hype music. That's how I like to set a good tone for the day and set a good environment, and that's something that we all kind of enjoy experiencing together. Put on some good music, take some time getting ready, because, you know, for cheer competition, it takes a good while to get in your whole glam get up. So a few hours, we're all getting ready, having fun, eating breakfast, and then like Issa said, we'll head down to the grass where we'll do some practicing before we go to the actual competition. And again, one of those really special things about Daytona is that there are just teams all around you doing the same thing, a bunch of teams out on the grass practicing, getting ready to compete. We'll head over to the arena, go backstage, do some, you know, mindset, some prep, some hype up activities, I guess you could say, to get us ready to get out there on the floor. And in warm-ups, it's like kind of like an experience unlike any other. It's extremely nerve-wracking, and you kind of almost like lose your sense of your body. It's extremely nerve-wracking, and yeah, so we do our little warm-up backstage. We head out to the big arena. You stand on these stairs and just hold hands with everybody, and you see these bright lights in this giant arena that seats thousands of people, and you're like, oh wow, this is what the entire year has come down to. And those are the moments where you really come together as a team to really put everybody in a good mindset and get everybody confident to go out there and do well, which we did. We were all really proud of the performance that we put on. You just go out there, have fun, and do your best. And then afterwards, it's just fun. You get to walk around, explore, like meet people from other teams, and then something else really fun that happens at Daytona is this thing called Stunt Fest, where all of the teams come together. There's no school barriers. Everybody is friends with everybody, and just kind of does cheer together. You mix stunt groups and just go out and try new things, and that's something really fun that I enjoyed as well.
Yeah, something really interesting about Daytona is that, and about cheer in general, is the way that we compete is 2 days back to back, and it's on a 25 and 75 scale. So our first day is worth 25% of our overall score, and our second day is 75. So our first day, we were incredibly nervous. We have a very green team in terms of new to competing in the college sense. And so we stepped out on the mat and we did something, it's called hitting zero, which means we get 0 deductions, which was really exciting for all of us. And we stepped off the mat and we were incredibly relieved. We had all done our job, and then we had to go back to practice and do it again the next day, which is super exciting. And it's kind of thrilling to have that rush, but it's also kind of mitigated by the environment that we're in the sense that it is a competition, but nobody's really competing against you, or it's just such an uplifting environment. NYU specifically, we kind of band together with the other schools. We have really good relationships with Tufts and Harvard and all these smaller academic schools who just also have so many people interested in cheer. And so that's really rewarding about the entire Daytona situation. But it's just so exciting to watch all these other really large-scale teams, some that even have Netflix shows about them, and we call them cheerlebrities, and you get to meet them. And this year, our hotel room was next to one of the girls who's the cheerlebrity of the cheerleading world. So that was so cool. We'd see her in the morning and she'd be like, "Oh, good luck, guys," and we're like, "Good luck to us." Yeah, it was awesome. It's just such an awesome experience, and I honestly wish everybody could experience Daytona.